Welcome, beloved friends, to Daily God's Promise, Day 29. Today, June 29, 2025, we embrace a profound and tender truth about our God, found in Psalm chapter 34 verse 18. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart, and saves such as have a contrite spirit. It offers immense comfort to those who are hurting and a clear path to salvation and restoration for those who seek God with humility. 1. God's intimate proximity in our pain. Friends, Psalm chapter 34 is a psalm of David, penned during a difficult time, yet filled with praise for God's goodness. In our verse today, Psalm chapter 34 verse 18, David reveals a remarkable aspect of God's character, his intimate proximity to those in their deepest distress. Life inevitably brings moments of brokenness, whether from grief, disappointment, betrayal, or the crushing weight of our own shortcomings. This verse promises that in these very moments, when our hearts feel shattered and our spirits burdened, God doesn't stand aloof, He draws near. This is a profound countercultural truth, as the world often dismisses or avoids pain, but God actively seeks to be with us in it. 2. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart. Compassion in suffering. A broken heart is more than just sadness. It signifies a spirit that is deeply wounded, crushed by sorrow, remorse, or suffering. It speaks of a profound humility, where our defenses are down, and we recognize our utter need for something beyond ourselves. God's promise to be near to such a heart is an active, compassionate presence. He doesn't just observe our pain, He enters into it with us. This truth is beautifully illustrated throughout Scripture. Jesus weeping with Mary and Martha at Lazarus' tomb, John chapter 11, or the beatitude that promises comfort to those who mourn, Matthew chapter 5 verse 4. In your deepest hurts, know that God is not distant, but closer than you can imagine. 3. And saves such as have a contrite spirit. Salvation through humility. The second part of the verse reveals God's saving power towards those with a contrite spirit. A contrite spirit is one that is humble, penitent, deeply remorseful for sin, and no longer hardened by pride or resistance. It's a spirit that is malleable and open to God's transforming grace. God saves such individuals. This salvation is comprehensive. It can mean deliverance from the destructive power of sin, rescue from despair, healing from emotional wounds, or spiritual renewal. It is a profound restoration, a radical turning from self-sufficiency to divine dependence. As Psalm chapter 51 verse 17 declares, God's preferred sacrifice is a broken and a contrite heart. 4. Why God is drawn to brokenness and contrition. Why does God draw near to the brokenhearted and save the contrite? It is precisely in these states that human pride is stripped away, and we become receptive vessels for His grace. When our hearts are broken, they are open for healing. When our spirits are contrite, they are humble enough to receive forgiveness and transformation. God opposes the proud but extends abundant grace to the humble. James chapter 4 verse 6. It is often in our moments of greatest weakness and vulnerability that God's power is made perfect, and His loving presence becomes most tangible. Our brokenness is not an obstacle to God, but an invitation for Him to manifest His saving power. 5. Experiencing God's nearness and salvation today. For this June 29, 2025, I encourage you to bring your brokenness, your grief, your regrets, and your contrite spirit directly to the Lord without fear or shame. Do not try to hide your pain or pretend you are strong enough on your own. God doesn't demand perfection before He draws near. He draws near to imperfection in humility. Trust His promise to meet you in your deepest need, to comfort your wounded heart, and to bring profound salvation and restoration to your contrite spirit. In your vulnerability, you will find His closest presence and His most powerful healing embrace. God bless you and give you grace after grace.